Hi team, I hope you're all well. Welcome to day 4 of Bookmas. Today we're going to be going through my most anticipated books from January through till April, till the end of April, so the first 4 months of the year. There is a lot on this list. I think this list is probably longer than any of the lists I've done previously for these. I did it 3 times last year, I think. January through till April, May through till August, and then September through till December, and I think this is the longest because there are a lot of books on here, so it's going to be kind of rapid fire. I'm going to tell you the title of the book, who it's by, and also when it comes out, and if there is a very quick tagline I will read it out, but if there isn't, we're just going to move swiftly on. So we're going to start off with Adrift in Currents Clean and Clear, which is Wayward Children, book 10 by Shauna Maguire. I absolutely love this series. I haven't read the 9th one yet, and I do need to read it, but I haven't at the point at which I'm filming this, which is quite late in November, but pre-filming, you know, but I am hoping to have read it before this comes out, and it does come out on the 7th of January in Kindle edition, and in actual physical format it comes out on the 17th of February, so there's 2 chances to get hold of this. I will be waiting for the physical copy, which is in February, so I do have until February to get to this one. This one says giant turtles, impossible ships and tidal rivers ridden by a drowned girl in search of family in the latest best-selling Hugo and Nebula award-winning Wayward Children series from Shauna Maguire. I love this series. I know it's not to everybody's taste, but I absolutely love it, so I'm very excited for the next instalment. Next we do have Not In My Book by Katie Holt. This comes out on the 9th of January, and I do have an e-arc of this one, so I'm hoping to get to it before it comes out. This one is The Hating Game meets Beach Read in this sexy and hilarious enemies to lovers romance. I hope it's done well. I really enjoyed The Hating Game, but I loved Beach Read. I do want to try and reread that in 2025, I've got to be honest, because I love that book and I haven't reread it since it first came out. So I do want to try giving it a reread, but this sounds fantastic and I'm really excited about it, and I actually really enjoy the cover for this as well, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Then we do have Last Room on the Left by Leah Conan. Now, I haven't heard of this author before. I haven't read anything from this author before. This comes out on January 14th, but it's caught my eye. It is, the tagline for it is, the caretaker at an isolated mountain hotel finds herself fighting for her life and sanity in this twisty, addictive thriller. Sign me up. It sounds fantastic. It reminds me a little bit, I haven't read it yet, but it reminds me a little bit of the synopsis, No One Can Know, or One of Us Knows by Alyssa Cole. It gives me that kind of vibe, so I haven't read that yet. But it sounds good, and I quite like the cover for this as well. It's quite nice. Next we have Lightfall by Ed Crocker. This is book 1 of the Everland series, and it is a fantasy, so you might be surprised about me anticipating this one, but it sounds fantastic and I quite love the cover for this. It comes out on January 14th, and the tagline is a novel of vampires, werewolves and sorcerers. Lightfall is the sudden debut epic fantasy by Ed Crocker for fans of J. Kristoff's Empire of the Vampire and Richard Swan's The Justice of Kings. I haven't read The Justice of Kings, but I loved Empire of the Vampire, so it's got my attention. Next we do have Watermoon by Samantha Soto Yamboa. I have a physical copy of this one already. It comes out on January 16th, so I am hoping to get to that. Hopefully I've read it by the time this video goes live, fingers crossed, before it comes out. But this one is set on a back street in Tokyo where a pawn shop lies, but not everybody can fit in it. It's to do with secrets and things like that, and then I think there's a robbery, and our main character Hannah ends up on paper cranes and all sorts, trying to figure it all out and find out what's happened. Her dad gets kidnapped and everything. Sounds great. I'm very excited. Read the synopsis. It's better than what I've just explained, but I'm really excited about this one, and I can't believe I actually have an arc of this either. Next we do have the Baby Dragon Cafe by A.T. Kurishi. My apologies. I have an arc of this. an e-arc of it, and I'm very excited. The charming new cozy romantasy for 2025. Sign me up. It comes out on the 16th of January, and I'm really looking forward to it. Perfect dual POV, grumpy sunshine, cozy fantasy with happily ever after guaranteed. And there are a list of tropes if you wanted to know what they are on Amazon, if you wanted to check them out, and I'm really looking forward to it. It looks adorable. There's dragons, it's a cafe. Sign me up. Next we've got Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix, another one that I have an e-arc of. I've been very lucky actually with my NetGalley arcs, I'm not gonna lie. I very much so appreciate the publishers. This one comes out on January 16th. I have started this one, and I can tell you that so far I am enjoying it. Not a great deal has happened yet, I'm not too far in, but so far I am enjoying it. A twisted southern gothic horror from Grady Hendrix, who is the author of How to Sell a Haunted House and Final Girl Support Group. I thought that was going to tell me more. It did not. Boasted about what Grady Hendrix has done. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I did an evil thing to be put here, and I'm going to have to do an evil thing to get out. Sign me up. It's going well so far. That's what I can tell you. Then we obviously have Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, which is the third book in the Empyrean series, whatever the hell that series is called. I, at the point of filming this, have still not finished Iron Flame, and it was my aim to have done so before Onyx Storm comes out, because I'm not sure if I'm continuing on with this series, but I felt like maybe I should mention it because everybody else is going to be excited about it. Comes out the 21st of January, so if you're excited, I am excited for you. Right now, I'm not excited. I've still got it pre-ordered, but I'm not that excited, I've got to be honest. So we'll see how that goes. Then we do have She Doesn't Have a Clue by Jenny Elder Moak. I think that's how you pronounce that last name. My apologies if it's not. Comes out also on the 21st of January. With a colourful cast of characters and a cellar full of wine, anything can happen. From murder to a second chance in love. A half mystery, half romance adult debut set at a lavish destination wedding. Sounds fantastic, and I kind of love this cover. So I'm really excited about this one, and it's a debut as well, so very excited about that one. Next we've got Spiral by Bal Cabra, which is the sequel to Collide. I liked Collide. It didn't do anything special. It gave me very much the Deal vibes by Elle Kennedy, so if you are in that moment, this will do something for you. It didn't really do anything for me because it's been a long time since I read The Deal, but I loved that series, so it doesn't come close to that series for me personally, but I am excited about Spiral. It has a ballet dancer as well as a hockey player, and I'm looking forward to that. I've recently just finished another book with ballet in it, and it's not very often I pick up books with ballet in them, so I'm looking forward to it. I do have an e-arc of this one as well. He's on edge while she's on point in this fake dating sports romance from the author of smash hit Collide. If you loved The Striker by Anna Huang, you'll love this. I haven't read The Striker, and I have no intentions of doing so, so we'll see whether or not this was up my street. We then do have Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I am stoked for this, literally because it's Alice Feeney. Comes out on the 30th of January. I've still not read Good Bad Girl yet, and I should probably do that, but alas, I have not. The tagline for this one, is there a tagline for this one? Returns with a gripping and deliciously dark thriller about marriage and revenge. That's it. Wives think their husbands will change, but they don't. Husbands think their wives won't change, but they do. Interesting. I am intrigued, and I'm excited, and I quite like this cover. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I also have an e-arc for this one as well. I can't keep up, honestly. I have so many. I request them thinking that I'm not going to get them, especially the really popular ones, and then I do, and it's shocking to everybody involved, so I've got some catching up to do, that's for damn sure. Okay, next we've got Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. At this point in time, when I'm filming this, I haven't read anything by Hannah Bonham Young, but I've just put out on a limb on my TBR for December. So by the time you're seeing this video, I may have read something by her, and hopefully I will have enjoyed it. This comes out on the 30th of January, and I just love these covers. I think they're adorable, so I am excited for this one. A married couple joins a week-long wilderness expedition to help them reconnect in this heartfelt companion novel to the viral TikTok sensation Out on a Limb. So obviously I have to read that one first to read this one, but it will be fresh in my mind, hopefully, in that case. Then we do have Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. I'm looking forward to this one as well, very excited. Also the 30th of January, I still haven't read the other Gillian McAllister that I've got, which is Just Another Missing Person, and I probably should do so before I get this one. But I'm excited. I've got it pre-ordered. That's how excited I am. I just really enjoy Gillian McAllister's writing style. There isn't a tagline for this one, which is a shame. Jodie Picoult says, Famous Last Words blindsided me with twists and surprises that had me gasping. A brilliant book. And Lisa Jewell said, what an incredible, gripping, thrilling read. Sign me up. I'm very excited. Love me a good thriller. And then the last one for January that I've got for you is The Healing Season of Pottery by Yeon So-min and translated by Claire Richards. So this is translated fiction, and I'm looking forward to it. A heartwarming and irresistible novel about the rejuvenating power of pottery for fans of Before the Coffee Gets Cold and What You Are Looking For Is in the Library. Right now, haven't read either of those two books. Hoping to have done so by the time this comes out though. The cover for this is absolutely stunning, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. So very excited about that one, and that is the last one for January. So let's go into some February releases, shall we? Okay, on the 4th of Feb, we've got A Killing Cold by Kate Alice Marshall. I've read a couple of books by Kate Alice Marshall by now, and I've really enjoyed them. So I'm looking forward to continuing on with her books. A woman invited to her wealthy fiance's family retreat realizes they are hiding a terrible secret and that she's been there before, by the best-selling author of What Lies in the Woods. I enjoyed What Lies in the Woods. It was good. So I'm looking forward to this one. It sounds intense. Sounds really good. 4th of February for this. Then also on the 4th of February, we have got Deep End from Ali Hazelwood. Love me a good Ali Hazelwood book. A competitive diver struggles. A competitive diver and an ace swimmer jump into forbidden waters in this steamy college romance. Sign me up. It sounds great. I am going to be waiting for the Fairy Loot edition. Is it Fairy Loot or Afterlight that have been doing them? Whoever it is that's been doing the special editions. I actually think it's Afterlight that's been doing the editions. I'll be waiting for that one. But I'm very excited about this one. And I will say, when I first saw this cover for the first time, I thought that these hands were robot hands. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. I just thought they were robot hands. Looking at it now, I still see it a little bit, but it's definitely not. Struggle. On the 6th of February, TJ Clooney's coming out with a new book called The Bones Beneath My Skin. I have had this pre-ordered since last year. Since the end of 2023, because I thought it was coming out in 2024 and it wasn't. It was 2025. So when it didn't turn up, I was devastated. Had a quick look on Waterstones, which suddenly told me it was 2025. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. An action-packed supernatural road trip featuring an extraordinary young girl and her two unlikely protectors on the run. The Bones Beneath My Skin is a gripping, heartfelt story that explains what it means to be human. I love that. Sign me up. In the spring of 1995. Oh, it's set in the 90s as well. So excited. Very excited for this one. On the 11th of Feb, we've got Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver, which is the 3rd book in this series. And this one says, the final book in the Ruinish Love Trilogy, a Friends with Benefits dark romantic comedy. Murder, mayhem, and spice. Sign me up. I haven't read Leather and Lark yet, but I really need to before this one comes out because I'm really excited to give them a read. But it means that if I read them very quickly, not quite back to back, but maybe, I will wrap a series up very quickly at the beginning of the year, which is fantastic news, and I am here for, so win-win. The 12th of Feb, we have Sin With Me by Brooke Montgomery, which is the 5th and final book in the Sugarland Creek series. And I'm so excited. This is a forbidden standalone from small town romance author Brooke Montgomery about horse trick rider who wakes up married in Vegas to her ex-boyfriend's twin brother. I am so ready for this book. Sign me the frick up. I need to read books 0, 0.5 and books 2 before this comes out though. I need to. I have applied for an ARC for it though, so I'm going to have to be quick. sticks because I've gotten an arc of books 3 and 4 so far. So there's a not guaranteed but fairly good chance I might get an arc of this one. So I need to make sure I get to books 0.5 and 2 before I get an arc of this one, if I do get an arc for it. And if not, I'll read it when it comes out. But the 12th of February for this one. On the 13th of Feb, we do have Cursebound, which is the sequel to Feybound by Sarah El-Arifi. This is a duology. As far as, oh no, the Feybound trilogy, book 2 of 2 it says, that's why it confused me. And then next to it says the Feybound trilogy. Love the confusion. So we continue to follow Yiren and Leetul in their, whatever it is the hell that they're up to. I gave Feybound 4 stars. I didn't enjoy it as much as I hoped I would, so I'm hoping that the continuation of the series I will continue to enjoy, but the covers of this series just absolutely stunning. So very excited to see what Feralute do with this one for sure. Next, we're coming back to a series that I did not know was continuing, and I'm really excited that it is. On the 13th of Feb, we've got Dragon Riders of Raw, which is book 4 in the Land of Raw series by Jenny McLaughlin. I love this series. It's so freaking good. So I'm really excited that for some reason we're coming back again. The epic and funny new magical fantasy series set in the world of best-selling Land of Raw. Okay, so it's set in the world of Land of Raw. We're still following the twins though, Rose and Arthur. Okay, so it's still following the same characters, it's set in the same world, but apparently it's a new magical fantasy series. I don't know how that is working, but regardless, I'm still very excited. So if you have read the Land of Raw series, there is a 4th book coming out if you didn't know. Surprise! I think it's gonna piss it down. It's gone like so dark outside. It's literally 1 o'clock. Okay, next we have You Are Fatally Invited by Ande Pliego. On the 13th of February, I have an arc for this one as well. And this one is 6 thriller authors, 1 writing retreat, You'd Die to be on the guest list. I've seen a lot of hype for this one and I'm really looking forward to it. It sounds great. We've got the host, the assistant, the players, the game. And sounds fabulous. I am here for it. Sign me up. Next, we've got one of my most anticipated reads of the year, and it is First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I have an arc of this as well, and I'm freaking stoked. 13th of February, this one comes out. A hopeless romantic meets a demoralised radio host in this cosy Sleepless in Seattle inspired love story from fan favourite author of Love Light series, B.K. Borison. Listen, I've got chills. I fucking love Sleepless in Seattle, so I'm so excited about this one. I literally cannot wait, and the fact that I have an e-arc of it, I can't tell you how pissed I'm going to be at myself if I don't get to this before it comes out. So mad. So mad. Of all the arcs that I've got, this one I want to prioritise. I'm so excited for it. The cover is stunning. I'm obsessed. Okay, another one that I've got an e-arc of is Model Home by River Solomon. This comes out on the 20th of February, and it says... Is there a tagline for this? There should be. No? Victor Lavelle says, intense, original and wonderfully unpredictable. Model Home is a story of a haunted house and haunted people. Profound family secrets lie at the heart of this book, as well as the surprisingly, blessingly meaningful touches of love and hope. River Solomon is an astonishingly talented writer. I haven't read from River Solomon before, but I do have The Deep on my TBR, so I do want to get to that one as well. But yeah, I have an e-arc of this one, and I do again want to get to this one before it comes out, obviously. Next we do have The Dark Mirror by Samantha Shannon. This is book 5 in the Bone Season series. I have read up to book 3 of the Bone Season series. I didn't read book 4 because when it came out I was like, well, I don't know how long this series is going to be. I think it's meant to be about 6 or 7 books. I think it was supposed to be a much longer series, but she's reduced it massively. But there was no sign of like book 5 coming anytime soon, so I didn't read book 4 because I didn't want to have to get to a point where I was, every single time a new book came out, because it was like 3 or 4 years have passed since the last one, I was having to reread everything all the time. As it turns out, that was a good call because she's rewritten them all. I don't think she's changed a lot, but she's rewritten them all. They've all got new covers and everything, so I've got the new ones, but I'm really excited about this one. It does come out on the 25th of Feb. It is book 5 in a series, so I'm not going to read any tagline that there is, but I'm really excited because I loved books 1, 2, 3, and I do have tickets to go and see Samantha Shannon in Manchester as well in February, a couple of days before this book comes out. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a new thing for me next year, is to go to book events even on my own. So we're going to see how that goes. I've already got tickets to 2 events and I'm quite proud of myself already. And this is one of them. Okay, next, another one that I've got an e-arc of, and another one that if I do not get to the e-arc of this before it comes out, I will be so mad at myself because I cannot believe I actually got approved for this. It comes out on the 20th of February and 27th of February, so excited. And it is The Rebel Witch from Kristen Cicerelli, which is the sequel to The Crimson Moth. I'm so excited. I can't wait. This is a witch and a witch hunter, and I loved The Crimson Moth, and I wouldn't have picked that up because it's pitched as a YA romantasy, and for me it's not YA, it's new adult. I know I keep having this conversation with you and you're probably sick to death of hearing about it, but it matters. On the basis that I don't read YA fantasy anymore, I wouldn't have picked this up, and I only picked it up because of influences. I'm easily influenced. I felt like I was missing out and the FOMO was kicking my backside, so I picked it up on a whim. Turns out I freaking loved it, but had it been pitched as new adult, I'd have picked it up way sooner. Same with like Bonesmith by Nikki Palpretto, because that's pitched as YA fantasy. I don't agree. It is what it is. I have an arc of this. I'm so fucking excited. I cannot wait to get to it. 27th of February. And then the last one for February is Spells, Strings and Forgotten Things by Brianne Randall. I do have a book by Brianne Randall on my TBR and I haven't read it yet. I've had it for a while. It's The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic, and I've heard good things. So I want to read that before I get to this one. But this comes out on the 27th of Feb as well. And does it give me a tagline? A witchy modern-day Pride and Prejudice meets Charmed. Spells, Strings and Forgotten Things is a thrilling tale of romance, magic and sisterhood. Cute. Sounds good. Witchy romance, small town setting, enemies to lovers, a dash of spice and stories of sisterhood. Sign me up. It sounds cute. There was one I missed in February. I had the date for the 1st of March down for this. I don't know if they've brought the date forward, but We're in the Witch by Stephanie Burgess. Maleficent meets Romantasy in the start of a hilarious new trilogy. This actually comes out on the 20th of Feb. I thought it was the 1st of March, but it's not apparently. We're in the Witch Queen by Stephanie Burgess is the start of a delightful, funny and seductive romantasy trilogy set in the gaslamp lit world where hags and ogres lurk in thick pine forests and genteel court intrigues can turn deadly. Sounds great. Sign me up. Sounds really good. I love the cover for this as well. Okay, next we've got Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This comes out on March 4th. I don't know if this is the last one in this series. It says book 3 of 3 for Rose Hill. I don't know if we're going to get more or not. I'm not sure. But it looks like we're following Reese Duprice. Nice. Reese Duprice. I haven't read book 2 yet, so I'm intrigued. Small town, big characters, 4 addictive love stories. Oh, there's going to be another one after this then. They're all single dads as well, and I love that. So very excited about this. Obsessed with these covers. They're just so pretty, and I cannot wait to get this one. I wonder what colour she'll go for next. Okay, next we've got another sequel, and it is Oathbound, which is book 3 in the Legendborn cycle by Tracy Dion. I read Legendborn last year or the year before, I can't remember. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it a lot more than I anticipated I would do. And I haven't picked up Bloodmarked yet, but I really want to because I heard that a 3rd book was coming out and I wanted to wait until there was a release date for it. And we have one. It's March 4th. I don't know if this is the last one. It says the phenomenal 3rd book in the TikTok sensation. Legendborn cycle. Perfect for fans of Tahira Mafi, Sabah Tahir, Cassie Clare and Lee Bardugo. It is like a King Arthur reimagining, not quite a reimagining. King Arthur is actually believed to be like real in this, and it's following on from that, descendants and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I loved the first one, so I'm very excited to continue on. And Oathbound book 3, I don't know if it's the 3rd and final book or not, it doesn't say. Comes out on March 4th, so yay. Then we've got Vanya and the Wild Hunt by Sangu Mandana, which comes out on March 6th. This is a magical adventure series which begins with Vanya and the Wild Hunt with stunning illustrations by Christina Kister. Perfect for fans of Rick Riordan, A.F. Steadman and Parry Thompson. And it is a middle grade. I'm intrigued and I'm excited. And I'm looking forward to it. I love me a middle grade that's got some illustrations. So I am excited about this one. I don't read much middle grade anymore, but there are some authors that I will go back to. I haven't read a middle grade from Sangu Mandana before, but I have read the Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and I loved it. And I am excited for the housekeeping one that's coming out later on this year. Oh, I'm going to be mentioning it in a minute. So I'm excited for that one as well. Next we have Story of My Life by Lucy Foley. This comes out on March 11th. And it is the first in a new series, a hilarious Gilmore Girls meets Schitt's Creek redemption romantic comedy. And I'm looking forward to it. This series is my love letter to every reader who said they wanted to move to a fictional town. Cute. I'm excited. I do enjoy Lucy Score's writing style. I have got the Christmas Fix, but I've also got another series by her as well that I would like to read as well. So we'll see whether or not I get to that before this one comes out. I love the Knockmount series, so I'm excited. On March 13th, we've got the Strawberry Patch Pancake House, which is a book 4 in the Dream Harbour series by Laurie Gilmore. I have read and loved the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I wasn't a huge fan of the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and at this point in time I haven't yet read the Christmas Tree Farm, but I will have done so before this book comes out. Probably before this video goes up, actually. We will see. But yeah, this is book 4 in the series, Single Dad, Forced Proximity, Slow Burn and Found Family. Cover is cute. Next we have Serial Killer Support Group by Saratoga Schaefer. I do have an e-arc of this one as well, actually, and this comes out the 18th of March, and it's following a character whose young sister is murdered by a serial killer, and using insider information she ends up infiltrating a support group for serial killers by pretending to be one herself in the hopes of finding the person who ended her sister's life. So sounds intriguing. It sounds great. I'm very intrigued by this one and I'm really looking forward to picking it up. On March 20th, we've got Tea You at the Altar by Rebecca Thorne, which is book 3 of 4 in the Tomes and Tea series. The first one being Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. I've enjoyed both of these books, the first 2, sorry, and I gave them both 4 stars, so I'm looking forward to continuing on. The Princess Bride meets Travis Baldry in Tea You at the Altar, the 3rd cozy fantasy in Rebecca Thorne's best-selling Tomes and Tea series. Our sapphic adventure must navigate the ultimate maelstrom, their own wedding. It's about time. I'm so excited. On March 25th, we've got this book Will Bury Me by Ashley Winstead. I'm looking forward to this one. I do enjoy Ashley Winstead's thrillers and mysteries. So in fact, I gave In My Dreams I Hold a Knife 3 stars. I gave Midnight is the Darkest Hour. What did I give Midnight is the Darkest Hour? Was it like 2? I don't know if I enjoyed that one as much. Yeah, I think I gave that one 2 actually. But I did give The Last Housewife 5 stars. I really enjoyed that one. So here's hoping that this one will be a win. I also have an arc of this. A chilling, compulsive story of 5 amateur sleuths who hunt for an elusive killer catapults them into danger as the world watches. Sign me up. 25th of March, that one comes out. Also on March 25th, we have got Saltwater by Katie Hayes. On Glittering Capri, anything can be a mirage and no one holds a grudge like family. An electrifying thriller about an opulent family retreat to Italy that's shattered by the resurfacing of decades-old crime. I don't know where I've heard about this one at all or how it's ended up on this list. But it sounds interesting. As long hidden secrets about that night boil to the surface, one thing becomes clear: not everyone will leave the island alive. Great. Sign me up. I cannot for the life of me remember where I've heard about this book. I've no clue. So that's interesting. Also on the 25th of March, I have an e-arc of this one as well. Summer in the City by Alex Astor. I'm looking forward to this one. This is a romance debut romance novel from Alex, because she's only done romantasy before, and it's set in New York, and I don't know, I'm excited about it. There is no tagline. Pure, steamy fun and the perfect summer read. I adored every word and hope Alex Astor never stops writing romance. That's from Ali Hazelwood. That's big praise. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It sounds good. Abby Jimenez, my favourite author of all time. A fun stay up late to read finish. That didn't make sense. A fun stay up late to finish read. Let's try it that way around. I'm looking forward to this one. Again, I have an e-arc of this one, so hopefully we'll get to it before it comes out. I aim to. March 27th, we've got Bad Blood by Sarah Hornsley. This is another one that I have an e-arc of. What would you do if your childhood sweetheart was accused of murder? You can run from your secrets, but they'll always catch up to you. Sounds so intriguing, and I'm very excited about picking this one up. The cover for it is also kind of beautiful. Their love ended in tragedy, and now she's the prosecutor and he's the accused. Sign me up. Because baby, now you got bad blood. There's way too many books coming out with Taylor Swift lyrics in the title. You'll see one again in 2 books time. I don't even know if it's done on purpose or not. Regardless, the last one for March that I have got here is If I Dig You by Colby Wilkins. This cover is beautiful and I am obsessed. I have no idea what this is about. Oh, I remember. Indiana Jones gets a rom-com twist in If I Dig You. Friends to lovers, female adventure romance. Sign me up. BK Borison said, If I Dig You has all of my favourite things. Delicious tension, sharp adventure, stunning character growth, and a happily ever after that will leave you swooning. Yes, please. This cover's stunning. I'm obsessed. The last one for March 27th. Sign me up. Here is the next one with the Taylor Swift lyrics. Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I, again, will punch myself repeatedly in the face if I don't get to this book before it comes out, because I have an e-arc of this one as well. This comes out on April 1st. I am so excited. I'm finally up to date with all my Abby books, so I'm very, very excited, and I can get to this one. I wanted to pick it up the day it came in, but I hadn't read Just for the Summer at that point, and I needed to. So I think this one is going to start a new series, if you like, so I'm really looking forward to it. It doesn't have a tagline, which is super duper helpful. There may be no such thing as a perfect guy, but Xavier Rush, love that name, comes disastrously close. A gorgeous veterinarian gives Greek god vibes, all while cuddling a tiny kitten. Immediately yes, I agree. That is until Xavier opens his mouth and proves that even sculpted gods can say the absolute worst thing, like really wrong thing. Of course, there's nothing Samantha loves more than proving an asshole wrong. I'm excited for this one because I have read the first chapter of this and it was fucking brilliant. So I'm really excited, and I'm very excited that I've got an arc of it as well. You've never filled an SD card before, that's the first for me. On April 3rd, we do have Fair Play by Louise Hegarty. I do have both an e-arc and a physical copy of this from the publisher. This is a murder mystery. This is a story about love, or is it? Fair Play is the puzzle box story of 2 competing tales that brilliantly lay bare the real truth of life, the terrifying mystery of grief. It sounds really good, and flicking through the physical arc that I have, it looks really interesting, like super interactive read, so I'm very excited about this one. It sounds great. On April 8th, we've got a new sci-fi horror from S.A. Barnes called Cold Eternity, and I'm very excited about this one. Cold Eternity is the newest action-packed space horror from S.A. Barnes, where desperation for eternal life leads to a fate worse than death. It looks very Alien-esque. With the cover, it looks slightly terrifying, but I'm here for it. I'm very excited. April 8th, that one comes out. Also on April 8th, we have Fearless, which is the 3rd book in the Powerless trilogy by Lauren Roberts. I'm really looking forward to this one. I haven't read Reckless at this point in time when I'm filming this video. Probably won't have done by the time it goes up either, but I did enjoy Powerless. I don't know if this is the last one in the series. Oh yeah, be swept away by the conclusion to the smash hit Dagger to the Throat Romancy trilogy. So on the lead up to this, I will probably reread Powerless and then read Reckless, and then when Fearless comes out I can get straight into it and wrap the series up, which is fantastic news. The sun is coming out. What is going on? The sky is almost black, but the sun is out. Next, on April 10th, we have Burn After Reading by Catherine Ryard Howard. I have an e-arc of this one too. I do. A ghostwriter is locked in an interview room with a man who might be a murderer in this gripping new mystery thriller from #1 best-selling author 56 Days in the Trap. I've got 56 Days, but I haven't read anything from Catherine Ryan Howard before. So I'm intrigued by this one. It sounds great. I have just spotted... Oh no, suspicion has stalked him ever since. Okay, I thought it was talking about a stalker of some type there. Not for me. I'm excited about this one though. This sounds really, really good. On the 14th of April, we have the second in the Sweet Spy series from Katie Wismer, which is Tell Me It's Wrong. I love Tell Me It's Right, so I'm very excited about this one. No idea what the synopsis of this, because there isn't one. So I couldn't tell you. All I can tell you is its title and that it's coming out on the 14th of April. But I'm excited regardless. Then on the 15th of April, we have got Cherry Blossoms After Winter Volume 2. I loved Cherry Blossoms After Winter Volume 1. Inklaw sent me an early copy of it, so I'm very excited for this one. I believe that this is, I think it's a K-drama or something. So I don't want to watch that until I've read the volumes, but I don't know how many there's going to be, so I'm excited to give this one a read because I loved the first volume. On April 22nd, we have got When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. I haven't read anything from Nat Cassidy before, but I am going to be reading, oh, I should have at least started it by the time this video goes up, Mary by Nat Cassidy, and I'm very excited. This says an unabashed adrenaline-fueled pop horror thriller about parenthood and other monsters from the Stephen King of TikTok. The lineup reminiscent of Joe Hill and Grady Hendrix. I haven't read from Joe Hill before, but I've heard great things, and on the basis that Joe Hill is Stephen King's son, I think that obviously he knows what he's doing. And I do enjoy Grady Hendrix as well. Just FYI, if you didn't know, Joe Hill is Stephen King's son. Surprise! So yeah, this cover looks terrifying and yeah, great. Sign me up. I hope it actually comes out in the UK because it's really hard to get Nat Cassidy's books in this country. I don't know why. I have to order them off of US sites, so it's really bizarre. On the 24th of April, we have Great Big Beautiful Life from Emily Henry. Of course I'm excited about this one. Why wouldn't I be? Two writers compete for the chance to tell a larger-than-life story of an heiress with more than a few plot twists up her sleeve in this dazzling and sweeping new novel from Emily Henry. Sign me up. I haven't applied for an e-arc of this one. I just decided not to. I have too many. Okay? But I'm excited about this one. It sounds great. Also on the 24th of April, we've got The Corruption of Hollis Brown by Kay Ancrum. I, for a second, knew what the title was, but wasn't sure who the author was, and now it makes sense. I love Kay Ancrum's writing style. A queer romantic thriller in which the lives of Hollis, a boy in search of meaning, and Walt, a spirit with unfinished business, collide when Walt takes possession of Hollis's body and maybe his heart. Sign me up. I really enjoy Kay Ancrum's writing, so I'm very excited. I enjoyed Icarus that came out in 2024, and The Wicker King is one of my favourite books of all time, so really looking forward to this one. It sounds great. And then last but by no means least, I thought we had another book before this one, but we didn't. The date has changed and it's now later in the year, so you will get that later in the year. The last one is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. Told you you see her again. Which comes out on the April the 29th, apparently. Hopefully that is the case. I thought it was going to come out earlier than that, actually. I thought it was going to come out this year, but it's not done. So, an enchanting novel about a witch who has a second chance to get her magic and her life back on track. I loved Very Secret Society of Regular Witches, so I'm super stoked about this one and I can't wait to get to it. So yeah, April 29th for that one. And that is all of the books that I am excited about coming out that I can remember between January and April. I told you there was a lot. I did tell you. I warned you. So far, I don't have that many coming out between the, like, May and the end of the year. So there's time to build that up though. Let's face it. I've been building this list up since the middle of 2024. So yeah, chat to me in the comments down below. Are you excited for any of these books that I've mentioned? Have I put any on your radar that you weren't aware of? I have a lot of these as arcs and I'm really hoping that I can get to them all. However, I don't know how possible that will be. So I will try to get to the ones that I am really excited about. I think I want to get to them all, obviously, that I have as arcs. I think the priorities that I have are Watermoon by Samantha Soto Yamboa, which comes out in January. Also, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix, which I am currently reading, so I'm making progress in that. First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, which comes out in Feb. And The Rebel Witch as well, which also comes out in Feb. And Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I definitely want to get to that one as well. And also Burn After Reading. Every time I read that synopsis, I'm like, this sounds so good. And Bad Blood as well. In fact, I just want to get to them all. Fair Play by Louise Hegarty. I want to get to that one too. I just want to get to all of the books that I've just mentioned anyway. But definitely the arcs as well. So yeah, chat to me in the comments down below. Have you got any pre-orders already for 2025? Let me know in the comments because I'm really intrigued. And let me know if you think I missed anything as well. Glaringly obvious. These are obviously books that I'm excited about. I wasn't even going to mention Onyx Storm, but I do have it pre-ordered, so I thought I'd better mention it. Also, someone somewhere would have mentioned it if I hadn't. So yeah, chat to me in the comments down below. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in Bookmas Day 5. Bye for now.